folks, Mavis here. I will be sharing a couple of videos on emotions. So I've just been thinking, how do I serve you more? How do I continue to share knowledge and information on emotions? And I thought, let me record a couple of videos. So I'll be sharing those videos for the next couple of weeks, hopefully daily or every other second day. So today I want to talk about emotional prediction. So, as you know that our brains does not know the difference between imagination, remembering, and what is actually happening. Now, how do we make emotions? So we make emotions either by experiencing the event as it is happening, or by imagining an event or recalling an event, right? So now, when we are born, we are not born with this storage of references. So when you are recalling, it means you're bringing up something that's stored, right? But when we are born, when you're young, we don't have a storage of references. But as we grow up, we start building a storage of references. So we make emotions usually through prediction. That is, we imagine an event. So as an example, you are going to have a conversation with someone, and with your past experience with that person, you've already determined that the person is a difficult person to have a conversation with. So when you start thinking or imagining, you having a conversation with that person, you are likely to imagine the potential outcomes that are negative because of your past experiences. And so as you imagine and predict what could potentially happen, your brain doesn't know that it's not yet happening. So you start experiencing those emotions in the present moment. Now, I want you to just think about how much of your emotional content or emotional experiences is based on imagination. It's not really happening. The event hasn't happened. You're imagining what could potentially happen in that meeting before it has happened. You're imagining the reaction of your boss based on how you know them. You're imagining the reaction of your husband or wife or children based on the experiences you've had. So you start experiencing emotions based on the imagination, the prediction you are making of the potential outcomes. So it is very important that, we are cognitively aware, but not only cognitively aware, but emotionally aware, that we are able to, keep a record of our emotional experiences as we are having them, so that we can inquire of them to say, is this real? Is this really happening? Is it in imagination, or is it something that I'm remembering? And that helps us to then manage our own emotions. If you realize that it is an imagination, it is something you're thinking about that could potentially happen, is there a way of you actually taking control of your meaning-making system so that you could start generating maybe different ways of approaching that person, or even imagining, maybe, how you could, change the conversation, or even, think about what is their experience? What is their experience? Are they also doing the same thing? So as you are thinking about what could potentially happen, they're also doing the same thing, and in the process, or building up defensive mechanisms for when you get into that conversation. So is it possible to become aware so that you can lessen your own defensive mechanism before you get into that conversation, or you're consciously aware of how you're making meaning and where your emotions are coming from? Are they predictions, or are they reality? Thank you for listening.